Welcome to the Miracles and Wellness Podcast. I'm Clarissa Booker, your holistic health coach and beauty expert. I know how stress can derail your well-being as an entrepreneur. I'll be sharing simple strategies to reduce stress, ditch stress eating, and replace other habits while energizing your day by incorporating more plants onto your plate. With small shifts that can boost your health, happiness, and productivity. Whether you're seeking guidance with weight loss, stress release, or just a moment to recharge, I invite you to join me. Let's optimize your wellness path. So be open to receive because I believe that miracles are for everyone. Let's go. Hey there, friend. How are you feeling today? I hope you're having a wonderful day. So this day and age, there's just so many diet trends out there and just wellness fads that just come and go all the time. So achieving real vitality just seems like a distant goal sometimes. Sometimes it might seem like inaccessible and you have to do all these extreme measures. But the true path to well-being and sustained energy lies in a balanced approach to help with anxiety that may arise. And you may also even be feeling some grief from the current state of things happening in the world, topped with the holidays, and I might also be missing loved ones. I mean, this time right now, there's a lot going on, all right? So embracing mindful choices in all aspects of our life, even our nutrition, okay? So today we're going to talk a little bit about plant-based nutrition, plant-based eating, and, how to help us stay resilient and maintain throughout the holiday season, because it's going to be full speed ahead between now and the rest of the year. And there's so many things going on. Our mind might just be going all over the place. Okay. When you think about it, just like our wellness journey can be so interconnected. I mean, everything about us is connected. That's why it should be done holistically. Our mind, body, spirit, all the things. Everything affects everything. Pure plant-based food, providing us with vital source of energy and health. What we put into our body affects so much. And like a steady current can embody our physical movement, like a constant flow of activity that shapes and strengthens our path, right? Moving our body is also a contributing factor to our well-being, but was one component. So we don't just want to focus on movement. Sometimes people just work out, which we do want to do, but there's so many other complexities involved in it, right? Mindfulness practices, and it's just so peaceful, just sitting there, just watching the current just go and just flow, right? Just think about our breath just flowing and just the different things that we do mindfully, right? Just offering a space for reflection and just that stillness can help bring clarity, right? Sometimes when you don't know what to do or you just have a lot going on, just allowing yourself a moment to sit in stillness. And then clarity can start emerging, right? And then just taking action. They say action breeds clarity. Mindfulness breeds clarity, because sometimes in order to take that action, you just sit down and next thing you might know, you might feel so inspired to do something, right? And that came to you in that moment of stillness. Also, during moments of movements, and like some people say they get inspired when they're in the shower because it can be soothing and you stop thinking, your mind might stop going and you're just letting everything just occur, right? And then you might find out what action to take. And so just like this can support us and help us find balance, okay? Just nurturing all these elements of wellness. And so when we think about nutrition and just nourishing our body and the food we consume, it can be a source of fuel, but it's so much more than that. It's like the building blocks of our entire system. I know you've heard the saying, right? You can feed disease or you can fight disease. It's so true. And that also affects our mental health as well. It's just so amazing. The power we have within ourselves to heal, right? Taking advantage of that. It can influence everything from our energy to mental clarity, right? Physical energy to clarity.
So adding more whole foods on your plate, like legumes, whole grains, nuts, seeds, vegetables, all the things, right? It can offer us abundant nutrients to support both our physical and our mental health. I mean, it's just amazing when you think about it. So incorporating more plant-based proteins, even like some lentils, some quinoa, some chickpeas, into your diet provides high quality protein, fiber, and a variety of essential vitamins and minerals. So it's not just one thing. And these foods can help stabilize our blood sugar levels, sustain our energy, and improve our gut health as well. And so all these components can foster resilience within us, right? Especially during times of heightened stress, like the holiday season for one, and even with everything that's going on. So there are many benefits to adding more plants onto your plate as well. So even lowering a risk of chronic disease. And there's been plenty of research that shows this, right? Plant-rich diets can significantly reduce the rate of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and certain cancers. So it's just so important to add more plants onto your plate. So think about the bigger picture, right? Because you are definitely worth that for yourself, for your loved ones, all of the things, knowing why that's important to you, especially because we want to live long. We want to increase our longevity. And on top of that, right, the word diet just simply refers to everyday food choices and eating patterns. So just like how a panda diet might be bamboo, and they're just so cute, right? So it's not about restriction or rules, but rather just about the various foods that we use to nourish and fuel our body, okay? So it's just like the word diet sometimes can feel so negative just because of things that have happened over all the years. But just take anything negative away from the word diet and just be like, it's just how you eat, okay? It's just a way of eating. So you can say plant-based diet, plant-based lifestyle, plant-based wellness, all of them. Besides helping lower risk of chronic disease, it can help with our gut health, right? Giving us a healthy gut microbiome, promoting improved digestion, immunity. So nutrition is definitely a foundation, and movement is still important, of course. And so whether that you're doing yoga, Pilates, strength trainings, so many things out there for you to choose from. Of our mood, supports our heart health, boosts our cognitive function, right? Just all of the things. And plant-based proteins, such as those as almonds, edamame, or even post-workout plant protein shakes are essential for our muscle repair. Like I always make sure I try my best to batch cook. Like, for example, I will have tofu batch cooked and ready to go for us to eat. So the more food you have prepared, the better, okay? And just in general, eating a variety of plant-based foods throughout the day will provide all your essential amino acids. And just tell yourself you got this, and it's simple. Condition yourself that way. Even if somebody is an omnivore, you have to plan your meals of what you're eating and make sure it is balanced. It's not something that just people who are more plant-based have to do. That's everybody, because there's so many people around the world, whether you are omnivore, plant-based, and honestly, there's a whole lot of different eating spectrums in between there that are malnourished, or their nutrition is not where it needs to be. People are sick. So it doesn't have anything to do with that. People just like to choose different things that aren't in alignment with the way they feel and their thought process. And even with resistance training, plant proteins are just as effective as animal proteins. There are plenty of athletic individuals that are plant-based and are crushing it, okay? They are crushing it. You see it all the time. And they even recover faster when we fuel our body with plant-based foods that are naturally rich in anti-inflammatory compounds. It will help our body recover faster, okay? We will bounce back quicker. Think of nutrients like little antioxidants as the body's cleanup crew, all right? They're helping to reduce the natural inflammation that comes from being active. So this is a good thing, all right? It is a good thing. So whether you have your lentils, your chickpeas, tempeh, just like I mentioned, I like to have my tofu ready to go. And there's a lot of things out there, all right? And so it will streamline your recovery. Always know this. And more athletes are discovering that plant-based eating helps them feel lighter and recovering quicker. You will notice this, all right? And they're still maintaining their strength and their endurance. So your body can focus on its energy and rebuilding rather than processing heavier, just more inflammatory foods, okay? This is what we want. So true wellness is holistic, encompassing nutrition as well as other components like the movement, the mindful lifestyle, the stress management, all the things. And when you nourish your body, you're also nurturing your mind and your spirit, which in turn promotes a restful sleep. And we know sleep is very important. And we all love a good night's sleep. Yes, we do. And better sleep will also enhance your stress resilience. It's all connected, all right? Leading to a healthier food choice and an improved mood. So when you're thinking about one aspect, think about the bigger picture. So this will be a positive feedback loop for you and reinforcing each aspect of your well-being, creating an interconnected system. So as the holiday season approaches, it can bring additional stress and just all kinds of challenges, just helping us prepare better for it by maintaining a mindful nutrition and balanced self-care. You're going to help build more resilience and navigate this busy time, okay, with more ease in your life, in your day, which we all want. This time is like a transitional time for so many reasons. And so different emotions might be at height right now. The holidays are to be a time of joy, but sometimes there is that added stress and those social obligations and sometimes those tempting foods come up. And not to mention all the things that are going on right here in the US. Because I know I have felt anxious recently with all the things going on. What about yourself? Have you felt any of that anxiety? And we all have different views on that. And maybe you're feeling anxiety as well. Maybe you're happy, right? We're all different individuals. Okay. And so this is about more helping you feel more grounded, grounding yourself through mindful practices. It will help dealing with all the emotions, whether there's depression, whether there's stress, anxiety. There is a long gamut, all right, or how you could be feeling because you're all a unique individual. Maybe you're feeling grief, right, with all the things that's happening. And then all of that coupled with family, holidays, right? Thanksgiving is about to be here, literally, at the time of this recording. But yeah, just helping you feel balanced. And nutrition is one aspect of that. Okay, helping you still feel energized and prevent any kind of holiday burnout. Because the season's hustle can make it easy to lose sight of our health goals. It can go right out the window, right? So let's maintain a balanced approach, okay? And with our eating and our self-care and just trying to feel less overwhelmed because it could just sneak up on you just like that, all right? Because I know self-care for myself helps with my anxiety, right? And my overwhelm. And so maybe you're feeling a little bit of that too. A lot of people are right now, and it's okay. It is okay. And I know I learned that balance is achievable even during the busiest times whenever I allow myself self-care, okay? Just knowing what that is. I mean, sometimes I need to take a moment and ground. I need to check myself, be like, whoa, you need to go within, okay? Go within. And the shift will allow me to enter that next moment feeling more grounded, more refreshed, and just more ready and without judgment. So I cannot repeat it enough, right? Adding more whole plant-based foods onto your plate, allowing yourself to be open to receive that. But if you're going into a block, be like, I'm not doing any of that, and then it's not going to benefit you because you're not open to receive it. Allowing that, okay? Adding more whole plant-based foods onto your plate, choosing more nutrient-dense options will help stabilize your energy and reduce cravings. And there's a lot of different options out there. I'm not saying that you have to eat X, Y, and Z. If you can't process kale, if you can't process red peppers, for example, then don't eat it. Find something else. There's no list that says you have to eat this, that, and other. I mean, there's so many vegetables and all kinds of things out there, for example. legumes, and there's a long list. It's not just eating fruits and vegetables. There's more involved. And then ideally you do feel full because of the fiber and you feel energized. You just feel so good. Yes. And just drinking more water, staying hydrated. That also adds to mental clarity. Sometimes you're not even hungry. You're just dehydrated. Just sitting down and drinking some water, your body needs it. Our body has, we're pretty much water there when you think about it. Planning your meals, combining more plant proteins, fiber, rich carbohydrates, healthy fats, getting that nice trio, having it balanced for sustained energy, all right? And then, just practicing gratitude. Always just practicing gratitude. You always can reach for more, right? And have your goals and your desires that you're bringing to you, that's coming towards you as you believe that it's there for you to have. But also being grateful in the moment, right? Just beginning each day with a moment of thankfulness, focusing on the positive aspect, even if it's just a couple of positive things that you're giving gratitude for. Every day, write down 3 to 10 things, finding a win within the day. There is at least a few. Allowing yourself to see that, training your mind to look for the positive in this situation, even if it looks glim. Sometimes it's hard to do because you might be feeling grief or you're just in a moment. Just being like, you know what? I did this one thing today and it felt really good. Acknowledge that for yourself. Give that to yourself. Yes. Slowing down, savoring each bite, tuning into your body's signals of fullness and satisfaction. Even if it seems difficult in the beginning, give it time and it'll become more natural to you. All right. And it might be tempting, especially during the holidays. All right. But watching the sugar also at least those energy crashes. I know you've been there. Just be like, this looks real good right now. And then you eat it, then you get that crash. So there is a difference between eating all the Halloween candy, all the little sweets that they have out there with all the stuff in there, the sugar, the salt, the fat that they put in there. It can taste a little yummy. Yes. And there's a difference between that and eating your fresh fruit. And ideally, the fruit is really sweet. All right. Just retraining that palate of yours. Finding what fruits you like. Have it around. Put it in little bowls so you can grab that. See that. Put it in somewhere where it's visible to you. What kind of fruit do you like? Try a new one each week, right? When you go to the market. So aiming for those balanced meals and just taking one day at a time, avoiding taking on too much at once, right? Especially if it means sacrificing your self-care, because when that happens, you're going to throw it all out the window. You'd be like, I'm not about this life. So taking one day at a time. Don't take on too much because we can get motivated. We just want to do this, that, and the other. Be like, this is my goal. And starting with 1 or 2 things, right? And adding on when your paradigm starts changing, those habits start becoming ingrained in you. Remember, the holidays don't have to be perfect. And wellness is not an all or nothing. No all or nothing mindset. That can set you up. We do not want to have that. Allowing yourself that grace, approaching the season and each day with that compassion, that compassionate mindset. Let's swap that in and get a compassionate mindset versus that all or nothing. Not all or nothing. No, we do not need that in our life. Okay. We're just going to focus more on balance over those overly strict rules. That gets nobody nowhere. It just gets you frustrated and we do not need that. Let's see, asking yourself, what foods did give me the most energy? Just think about that, which goes in play with eating mindfully. So you'll be able to notice that. Notice how you're feeling when you're eating. Really, how's your digestion feeling? How did you process that food? What was it? What prompted you to eat? Was it more like a hunger cue? Did you feel stressed? Was it an emotional eating moment? Okay, you don't have to judge yourself. Just write it down. And so you're becoming curious about yourself, learning yourself. All right. How can I remain mindful when I'm faced with temptations? Yeah. In a small daily practice, help me feel calm and grounded. What did I do today that when I felt that thought come up, that I was like, oh man, I feel like I'm not in a good place right now. What did you do? Did you have a daily practice? What helped you feel calm and grounded in that moment? So just choose one mindful practice for the week, right? A nutritional strategy to focus on, whether it's adding more water, focusing on drinking at least half your body weight in ounces in water and more, when you have your cup of coffee in the morning, right? Okay. Adding that in, or maybe it was trying a new vegetable or some more whole grains, whatever, and adding more whole foods onto your plate. Write it down, commit to it, and find out what that is that you're going to do this week. Write it, track it, see how you feel, go through the questions. All right. Because achieving balance isn't about being drastic, but more small choices, those small wins, being consistent, not judging yourself in the process, enjoying the process, the journey. Yes. Becoming aware and refocusing if something happens. Write it down, process it, see what happened in that moment. Where am I in this moment? Embracing your new lifestyle, health, longevity. It is there for you. It is there for your taking. It is yours. Claim it, own it, and have the belief that is there for you. And then give yourself that moment of gratitude. Be like, I did it. This is what I accomplished today. I am so grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So here's to moments of nourishment and love. Until next time.
Goodbye, guys. Thank you for listening to my mom's podcast. Leave a 5-star review.
Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this episode and are feeling empowered in your journey towards a thriving well-being. Also, share this episode to someone you know this will bless, as that's how we spread the message. And don't forget just to take 30 seconds to leave a written review on Apple Podcasts by scrolling down the show page and clicking write a review, because it also helps us grow. I appreciate you taking the time to show us support.